Okay, so there are various tech companies out there setting out to use AI to change how investment banking works. Now, essentially, these companies believe that AI models trained on specific financial datasets can compete with more generalist models and either assist or perhaps totally replace junior financial analysts. So, to help you understand what this tech looks like, let me just give you a few examples of some players in this space. So, first of all, Rogo just raised $50 million from Thrive Capital. Now, this platform delivers real time financial intelligence to financial professionals, which allows them to focus less on the manual part of their work and more on the important decision making part of their job. Another example would be a company called Mosaic, who released an AI tool called ARC, which is designed to help members of finance teams improve workflows and discover deeper insights. And then lastly, here I have UBS. And what this company does is it leverages AI for wealth management. What it can do is things like analyze market trends, it can assess risk, and it can provide personalized investment advice. Now, I've linked to all of these companies in the description below. Now, of course, this is just a small sampling of AI finance companies, but this will help you get a kind of a sense of what companies are doing with this tech. But as you can see, these AI investment banking tools are being created and used to perform a very wide range of tasks. So really everything from client relationship management, market sentiment analysis, portfolio optimization, risk management, regulatory reporting, and due diligence. And also, in some cases, these AI tools are being built with some degree of autonomy, and they're able to do things, for example, like execute trades or even communicate with clients. Now, interestingly, this is actually something that we've been doing for years over at Chaos Theory. So let me just pull up a screen here to show you a quick example of how AI investment banking assistants look in the wild. So here is a tool that we actually built, which allows us to layer logic to make financial decisions. And so I don't complicate things here, let me just give you a very quick and simple example. Now let's just imagine that we have a stock, and that stock is called ABC stock. And then imagine that our in-house trading strategy is simply to automate the buy process when these three conditions are true. So when the share price is above $100, when the RSI is below 30, and when market volatility is low. And if all three of these conditions are true, then the bot would execute a buy order. Now, I should actually mention a couple of interesting things just while I have this page pulled up. The application you see in front of you now was actually built entirely without code. The charts, the logic, the design, all of it. So if you want to learn how to build something like this, it could be something like a financial application, a trading bot, or even AI financial automations, then head over to Chaos Theory to learn more about what we do. We can either build your financial application for you, or if you're more of a do-it-yourselfer, we have a very, very comprehensive online course where we'll show you how to build virtually anything that you can dream up. But today we're talking about AI investment bankers, so let's continue with what this investment banker AI tool can do. So remember, previously I said that this stack logic here needs to evaluate to true. But this is just one part of a much bigger logic map when we're designing any type of financial automation system. So here I have a blueprint of a full trading automation that we recently built. Now, one of the things that we get AI to help us with pretty regularly is this very first component here in the series of logic. Now, essentially, before we start tracking any type of financial asset, we first have to discover that asset. So of course, we can follow the news and get ideas from coworkers and friends or family. But this approach will always result in blind spots, so we use AI to help us with financial asset discovery. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually just going to jump into this AI assistant here, and I can ask my investing assistant really anything. So for example, imagine that I'm interested in the biotech sector. Now what I could do here is I could ask my AI investment assistant for information about this sector's performance. And as you can see, when I do that, it's telling me that overall the sector has underperformed the broader market, and it gives me some examples, some stats, and so on. Or actually what I want to do now is I want to push this a little bit harder, and I'm going to ask it now about investment opportunities in this space. I'll ask it to give me a breakdown across risk sectors also. So I'll ask for suggestions in large cap biopharma, high growth small cap biotechs, pick and shovel plays, ETFs, for diversification exposure, and I'll even get it to give me some speculative penny stock plays as well. Now, as you can see, I get a huge list of suggestions here. So this gives me something to work with from a research standpoint, and it gives me some stocks to potentially feed into the automation that I'm building over here. So this is just a very simple example of what you can do in this intersection where AI and finance meet. And remember, if you want to build financial applications with built-in AI, be sure to get in contact with us. We specialize specifically in building financial applications, algorithms, and trading bots. Or if you're more of a do-it-yourselfer, we have a very, very comprehensive online course that will show you how to build really anything that you can think of. So that's it. That's all I have for you. I hope you found this interesting. But more importantly, I actually hope that this ignites a spark in you in terms not only of what this tech can do, but more importantly, what you might be able to do with this tech. So thanks for stopping by today. And don't forget to like and subscribe and check out the other fascinating content we have over on our channel.